This video is going to be a little bit different to all the other videos I've made, but right now I'm just going to tell you how it is. You need to delete Instagram right now. If you have Instagram and you're a man that is trying to build a really big business, you're a young entrepreneur, you fucking need to delete Instagram right now. I'm telling you, it absolutely changed my life, not just on my business side, but also on my personal side, and I really think it will too. And let me quickly explain why. The reason being, and the biggest reason, is the unrealistic expectations that it sets on the world. And you've probably heard this before, and you probably hear about, dopamine and all this shit, but let me explain this very, very simply. When you log on to Instagram, what happens? Okay, so you go onto your feed, right? And usually there's about 3-4 main types of posts that I see when you're a dude, right? One of them, some guy who's flexing. Another one would be some very attractive girl. The third one will be some fighting or some weightlifting, and maybe there'll be some meme content. That's usually the type of content you see, right? So let's talk about the one that probably affects you the most, and then the second thing that probably affects you the most. And again, I'm just going off personal anecdote, but this is something that really affected me, and I'm just gonna be honest, right? Because I'm a fucking human being, and so are you too, right? The first thing is the guy flexing on Instagram. You see these guys with Lamborghinis, Ferraris, they're in a nice hotel, they're on some beach, the fucking sky is blue, so's the water, everything's great. Maybe there's some fat thotty in the back, big ass and all that kind of shit. But all jokes aside, right? This is setting the most unrealistic expectation about entrepreneurship and hard work and success that I've ever seen. It's absolutely crazy. Because say you're trying to build a real big business, okay, it just goes completely against all of the key principles that you need to do when you're in the hustling phase, right? You see these pictures and these videos of these guys making huge amounts of money, and you just think it's easy, right? They just got up one day and suddenly $100 million just in the bank, right? Wrong. When you look at a lot of these guys, okay, if you look at Iman Gadzhi, or you look at, Andrew Tate, or any of these guys who are flexing their wealth on Instagram, what is behind most of it is years and years of absolute and utter struggle, absolute struggle, right? Hours of just working, weeks of working, years of working, nights where they're not sleeping, right? And you just don't see this on Instagram. You just see people smiling. It just makes you feel like shit, especially if you're in that phase of your life where you're trying to work really hard. So what happens is you log on, you see these fucking videos, and you're like, oh yeah, it's going to be easy. And then you get back to your work and you're like, oh, this is hard. And you find yourself not actually being able to work hard because you think, oh, this shit is really easy. I can just build a business like this. I can make 10K a month straight away. Yes, you can make 10K a month straight away. But to build something that lasts, build a business that actually, takes huge, tremendous impact on this world and really makes money for the long term, businesses like this take years and years, decades to build, right? Decades to absolutely build. And what happens is you get sucked into this lifestyle of trying to be like these guys as well, but you haven't made it. You absolutely just have not made it. And that's okay. Let me tell you, you have permission. It's okay, right? I see a lot of young entrepreneurs, and I'll be honest, some of you guys who'll be watching this right now, you're a young entrepreneur, you're even my friend, you probably know me, right? And I've even done this myself, where I'm at some nice place, or I'm at a nice restaurant, and I'm pretending like my life is amazing, and I'm making millions and millions of dollars every single fucking second, which is not true. It's just not true. It's just not true. There's times where, I struggle, I get scammed, I don't sleep at night, employees leave, clients leave, all types of shit. But on Instagram, everything's very shiny. And you're encouraged to pretend like your life is good when it really isn't. And that's okay. Let me give you that permission to say it's okay. Now, the second thing, and this is probably just as important, is the females on Instagram. Okay, and look, I'm not saying all females on Instagram are bad. I'm not trying to be like these fucking, YouTubers oh, women are bad. Nah, I don't give a fuck about that. But what I'm trying to tell you is true facts, which is, you see these Instagram posts of these women, right? With their asses out, whatever it might be, right? And you feel like shit. You feel like shit because you're like, oh, I can't get this girl. She looks perfect, right? First of all, she doesn't even look like that. What? She doesn't even look like... Yeah, she doesn't even fucking look like that, okay? I go to a gym, one of the most expensive gyms in London, right? And some of these girls actually go to that gym. And trust me, they do not look like that. They just don't. Okay? So, confirmation from me. And if you don't believe me, here's the other reason. Okay? She has DMs from literally everyone. Okay? She's getting 20,000 likes for literally sticking her ass out. We're literally rewarding women for this nowadays. And unfortunately, you're contributing to this problem. You know, there's a lot of guys like, oh, there's no good women anymore. Well, this is the reason why. You're literally rewarding women. By even following them, by even looking at their posts, you're giving them attention. And also, you're taking your attention away from what you should really be doing, which is working or just getting better, right? And what happens is it creates this simp culture. And not only does it create this simp culture, okay, what it will do is it gives you a warped perception of what actually a good woman is. Right? Good women aren't on Instagram. Okay? Good women aren't on Instagram. Okay? If she has more than 2,000 followers, bro, that's it, bro. That's it. Just allow it. If you don't know what allow it means, it's something else. Anyway, doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is, you feel like shit because you can't get her. You feel like shit, okay, because you feel like you're so far away from these other entrepreneurs who've absolutely made it, when a lot of them haven't even made it. Trust me, there's a whole other category of that. And it's just a very negative place to be. When I found out how much time I was wasting when I deleted Instagram and how much more of my energy I got back, not just from the time from scrolling, but just from the time of just not even having to think about it, right? I realized, wow, life is amazing. And I would walk around my neighborhood, I'd walk the streets wherever I go, and I'd just explore. And I'd look people in the eyes and I'd smile. Instead, I'd just be thinking, oh no, like, let's just check my phone. And this goes to any social media app. I'll be honest, like, I don't even go on Facebook anymore, right? The only two things that I use now is WhatsApp and YouTube, because I need it for instructional material, because I'm trying to learn how to code right now. So anyway, what am I trying to say? Okay, you need to get the fuck off your phone. You need to work harder. And if you need a break, you don't go on your phone anymore, man. You don't go on your phone. What you need to do is you need to go outside. Yeah, I know, right? Go outside. You need to go and let the sunlight cast upon your face, right? Your cretin face. And then you need to walk around and you just need to enjoy life. You just need to enjoy nature, because I'm telling you, there's more to life than this. There really is. There's more to life than this. So if you're a young entrepreneur, you're trying to do anything great, get the fuck off Instagram, enjoy your life, and go make some fucking money, man. Yash out.